Good day, everybody. This is Doug, the Modeling Hermit, and I've been working on this 1962 Pontiac Catalina 421 SD AMT Corporation, circa 2001 era. I think that was released in what I called the Walmart box because the checkerboard pattern that was so many of the kits that Walmart had that. So anyway, this is how far we've gotten on this thing. The top is still just taped onto there. I'm waiting to do that until kind of the last thing when I get all this other manipulating done, because a bunch of banging around, I'm just going to knock it loose again anyway. The fender skirts, there's a little dip that comes down in the body and then it comes back up again here. And I've tried to put that into the fender skirts that I built for this thing. I may bring that up just a little bit, depending on what kind of mood I'm in. It's looking really good so far, and sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And since these really aren't broke, it's not that noticeable, I don't think. I probably will just leave that. Let's see, we talked about the louvers and the little arrows coming up to them the last time. I won't go into that. I did a little sanding on that, smoothing. Windshield wipers, I'm kind of still, I'm on the edge on those things. I'm thinking about taking those off. This would be a show car anyway, and probably would never see water, rain or anything like that. So my guess is don't need them. So I may just take them off and just leave them off. Not, I've got some, the metal ones, that I can't think what they call that now, that I can put onto those. Anyway, that's another time. I'll worry about that later. The tail lights, the auxiliary tail lights, I call them, up here. I've made a little stem that comes up to those, angled forwards, and then this little bezel that goes on, and then behind that will be the tail light coming out of there too. Now these are just up there with what's called Aleene's original tacky glue, and that's all that's holding those on for right now. They'll pop right back off when I'm ready to paint this. So that's how I'm going to be addressing that. And then there's at the back side of those, there'll be like 59 Cadillac taillights that pop out of those things. The back end, let's see, I think we discussed that last time. Not much that's been done on that. There is this little hole here I've got to fill yet. Same on this other side. I've got to fill that. And then I'm going to wait and get the primer on this thing to see just how much I've got to sand down in these back areas here. And how many holes are in there, and so on and so forth. But the primer will bring those things out for me. Let's see. What else we got? That's about it. We haven't done a whole lot. Like I said, the top is just taped on for right now, just to show what it's going to look like. Give you guys an idea of where I'm headed with this thing. The grill, I've got it. The bumper area, I've got that glued on now. That's hooked down. A little bit of filing. I did have to take the front wheel well. It came just shy of this here a little bit. There we go. I just came shy of that, so I had to do a little bit of curving on that. Other than that, really went just right on there. And it matches pretty good here. If you see the top there, top down, that matches real good on that. This is probably from the original 1962 Pontiac. Would have been a Bonneville kit at that time that was released. And so it just fairly well drops right into here. Not a whole lot of differences on it. Still got to work on my taillights, or headlights rather. I want a kind of a pod look to them coming up onto that. I'm not sure just what I've got yet that works on that. I've got a bunch of let's see, fog lights or spotlight type things that might work on that. So that's a plan in the future. I've got this, let me lay this thing down here. There you go. I've got this grill that I'm going to be separating into pieces here. That's going to go on. One of these things will go right into that centerpiece on the front grill. And then this will be cut in half, and that will be spread across this area right in here. So that's the plan so far on this thing. But I'm liking it so far. I thought about cutting the door open, making opening doors on it, but I've actually not done that in, oh geez, how many years? Probably 20 years. Probably when this kit first came out is about the last time that I actually cut working doors. And I made them suicide cell, and I was thinking about doing that on this. But where I'm showing all my work on this, I think I want to practice on something else first. So I probably will leave the doors closed on this. And that's it, guys. That's the update for right now. Like I said, mostly just been lots and lots and lots and lots of sanding, and then a little bit more sanding after that, and then after that a whole bunch more sanding. So it's been a thing of filling and sanding and cutting and all kinds of stuff like that. But we're kind of coming towards the end of that for this part of it, Then we got to do the interior and stuff too. I went ahead and put that top on there, got that glued on. And nothing else beyond that, just I've got the top itself actually glued on. So now as we look at the body, we can pretty much, well, let's go ahead and put this hood on it here. I think, there we go. Okay, so now you can really kind of get an idea of the direction I'm going with this thing. And yeah, I was going to cut those taillight holders down pedestals. I knew there was a word for that. I can't get it out. I was going to cut those down just a little bit. But I'm actually kind of liking them up like that. I don't know why. I'm just, they're up too high. But I think I kind of like them up like that. So, show you kind of eye level about how high they are. But, if you're putting something like that on, flaunt it, I guess. So, there's what the top is going to look like to some degree. We've got a lot of filling yet to do on it. And then the body's going to be kind of fun when you get to painting on it. It's going to have some wild and exotic things done to it. So now, I guess, I'm going to let things dry on this thing for a while. And I'm going to kind of work on some interior ideas. I haven't really even thought much about the interior. I had thought about, a couple of things to do on it, but there's a couple things back there. But beyond that, I haven't really given it much thought. So I think it's time to throw my thoughts onto that. So once again, this is Doug, the Modeling Hermit, and I am off the air, and I am gone.